this was fantastic. I love Christmas. I love the clothes. I love the music, the food, the flavoured lattes. I was going to ask first, because obviously this is such a huge, great performance in this. I mean, have you always been a performer? Was that something that even when you were 5, 6 years old, you were getting people to sit around your parents?
No, I never used to do that, actually. I was always too shy to do that, but I always knew that it was what I was going to do. I remember, like, sitting, looking out the window in, like, geography when they're talking about fields in East Anglia being flat and irregular, thinking, you are holding me up. Because I need to be doing something else. And I'd have, one of my headphones in listening to Whitney Houston on my plastic Sanyo Walkman. So I knew that I was always going to do it. And it was only a matter of time. And I don't remember ever crossing my mind that I would do anything else ever.
But do you get nervous before big shows like this? And is there any specific audience members that sort of heighten that nerves? Because when I was at school, I did a bit of drama at school. And if my mum said she was going to come and watch me, I was so nervous. I don't know, but some people thrive when they know there's family members and friends.
No, I've never wanted to know. When people say, "Oh, X, Y, and Z person's in," I'm like, "Oh, just stop talking." I like to look out to black. I don't want to see individual faces. But to answer your question, I only get nervous when I don't feel like I have my instrument. If my voice is well, then I'm like, bring it on.
There were some wonderful guests in this as well. I just wondered about, and one of the best aspects of this, was one of the best aspects of this, kind of showing how much support you have from kind of friends and colleagues.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't quite expect to get quite as much support as I did, both from the audience and from the cast. I mean, when everybody kind of floods around me at the end, that was a complete shock. It was so lovely and just not expected at all. And even from my musical supervisor, Dave Tench, who was so supportive from the first minute of us putting this together. The band I've been fans of some of those band members I have seen in various different shows over like 20, 30 years. And for them to come along for a whole week and rehearse in and be so immersed in it was really incredible.
I love the duet with Leslie. That was my favourite, I think.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
But I went to see a Jane McDonald in Blackpool with my wife and her friend because they had tickets and they asked if I wanted to go. And I thought that could be quite a laugh. And I remember I went there and it was a sort of semi variety show, kind of lots of singing, kind of like choirs and orchestras and stuff like that. And I remember thinking, it was really, really good. And I was sort of impressed at how it combined the kind of playful, kind of kitsch aspect with also just a sheer quality of musicianship. And I just wondered about, is that a tricky tonality to get right, to make a show like this, which is quite playful and sort of semi-kitsch at times, but also is taken very seriously and is actually very much about the craft?
Yes, because that's it. The craft is the key always, because if you are somebody from theatre, you have to know your craft because otherwise you'll fall, which is why I think often people who are not from theatre that come in and think that they can do 8 shows a week fall at the first hurdle. So I wanted to show all the people on that stage are there for a very good reason. There's no one there for famous sake. And I wanted to make sure that all the voices sat with mine. So each of the voices bring out something different in my voice. They play into what's good about their voice. And, that's putting all the cogs together. And then the thing about it being kitsch, I love that there's an element of kitsch because it's Christmas. But also it's equally important to me to acknowledge. That's why I wanted to put O Holy Night in. It's a moment of complete stillness. And it's leaning into the old school, a Christmas carol kind of vibe with the beautiful English National Opera chorus, me singing in a different way, far more, from my background, and it needed to have that gear change.
I was wondering too, because it feels like such a great period of your career. I mean, you've had a wonderful career on sort of stage and screen, but with sort of Ted Lasso, Eurovision, now this, it feels like a very exciting time. Have you had a moment to sort of step back and take it all in?
I absolutely haven't had 30 seconds to take it in. But do I need it? Maybe not, because I hope that it won't let up anytime soon. I've been afforded real, unbelievable pinch-me luxury this year in particular, to have gone from something that I thought that I wouldn't even get. I was dreaming that I might be chosen to be in Ted Lasso. So to have been given that role, encouraged to play with it and put my stamp on it as much as I was, and for it to bring my musical theatre background in is incredible.
Well, what gets you in the Christmas spirit? Do you have any sort of traditions that you always uphold with you and your family?
I mean, I have to say it's Christmas music always on the radio that gets me going first. And having a little girl who's 9, I mean, I go in fully immerse myself. Yeah, the whole 9 yards.
It's even when you walk into like Sainsbury's and you can hear Christmas music, I'm
Yeah,
just
I love
like,
it.
yes.
But I do always speak to anybody in a shop. Like, by the time we've reached week 2 of December, you can see they're just like, let it stop.
I know.
Let me off this.
But just very finally then, I'm just interested to know about, because you make sort of things like, it can be little triggers, it could be music that sort of gets you in the spirit, or you can go into a supermarket and see a turkey and cranberry sandwich, or it's those little things. But obviously sometimes these shows, they're not always shot around Christmas time. How do you get into the Christmas
Oh my
spirit?
God, it was insane. It was the 27th of May.
Yeah.
It was an unusually sweaty, I mean, literally like, dripping off your top lip. And to ask all the people that I love most in the world to come along and look festive, they were like, but not actually like Christmas jumper festive. I was like, no. Christmas jumper finery festive, yes. It was amazing. I mean, felt really ridiculous, but it was gorgeous.
Well, I bought it. No.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anna. Best of luck with the release of it.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Nice to
so
meet you.
much. Nice
Ladies
to
and
see you.
gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys.
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys!